name is Eva. I'm continuous English country and English book to read today some Marvin Redpost story, Kidnapped at Birth, and said for chapter 2. You can do anything. And do chapter 3 today, okay? And one time we're reading about from Wayside School, we have the Cloud of Doom. And we can decide for chapter 13 umbrella and then chapter 14 today, okay? And now are you ready for these? To begin to story and meet some lots of characters. Here we go. And first you can read Wayside School BF, The Cloud of Doom. Chapter 13, Umbrella. Sherry liked walking in the rain. She liked stomping through the puddles in her yellow rain boots. Most of all, she loved her umbrella, even if he got happy for a while. I like rainy days too, and I like stomping in a puddle. And I like my umbrella and my knee jumper and my boots. And my life is same as Sherry. And her umbrella was purple with green stripes, or maybe it was green with purple strips. She couldn't be sure. The whole thing was covered with a yellow polka dots of various size. And she liked listening to the raindrops bounce up it. Oh yeah, raindrop sound is very nice. And the harder it rains, the better the sound. She liked the feel of a smooth covered wooden handle. And she was still a block away from the school when she heard the whoop, whoop. Now she was going to be late, and she had done too much puddle stomping and not enough straight ahead walking. She tried to hurry, but it's difficult to run while carrying her umbrella, especially her yellow boots. And by the time she reached the other edge of school, the 8-minute ringing the bell was already changing, and the counting of the class was disappointed. When they stopped at 8, she was hoping for a porcupine and glancing down, she noticed the sidewalk around the school was dry, and she stuck out of her hand, and the rain seemed to have stopped, and entitled the umbrella a little size and looked up. The cloud of doom had kept all the another clouds away, including the rings of clouds. Sherry glared at horrible cloud. It almost seemed alive as he turned inside itself. And suddenly, a gust of the wind tore the umbrella from her hands. And horrified, she watched it bounce across the blackstop and toward the school, and she chased after it. And the umbrella hit the bike, and Rack stuck for a moment. But just when Sherry got there, it swooped aboard, and she jumped and managed to grab a circle handle, and the umbrella started to rise. And she thought about letting go, but she didn't want to lose her umbrella, and she held one with both hands. Oh, me too. I hold umbrella with my both hands like this, and that might be more good. When you hold one hand with umbrella, it might be hard to hold it, but when you hold the umbrella with 2 hands, it might be very nice. And when she had passed a second floor window, she realized that probably should have let go sooner. And when she rose past the 3rd floor, she wished I'd let to go to the 2nd floor. When she reached the 4th floor, she wished she allowed them to go in the back door floor. By the time I reached the 16th floor, she was definitely too late, and her left rain boot slipped up when she passed the 19th floor. She watched it fall the long way down and higher and scarier, and she passed the 70th floor and an 18 and 20. There's no 90th floor. And she could see inside the classroom windows when as she went past them, and some kids waved at her, and she didn't wave back. She couldn't risk falling, and thought a man's wasn't better, and if she continued to hang on, she realized it was stuck at a cloud of doom, and she passed the 2015 floor on this. When the 26th floor and the 2017, she knew the floor numbers by the teachers. She saw through the windows. On the 30th floor, she could see her own desk next to the window, and the window was open, and it closed her eyes, and she jumped. Oh, I know. Sherry liked sleeping in the window side, and Mrs. Jules didn't angry of them because Mrs. Jules think Sherry was the best student in Mrs. Jules' class. A horn blared, and Sherry opened her eyes. She lay sprayed across the top of her desk. "Oh, you are here, Sherry," said Mrs. Jules funny. "I didn't see you. I just about to mark your absence. Were you sleeping? And maybe it was a dream." She hoped so. If not, her favorite umbrella was lost forever, and her left foot felt cold. On her right foot, she wore a yellow rain boot, but on the left, just a thin red socks. Oh. Is it a dream or a real? I don't know. And chapter 14, Mr. K and Dr. P. What is happening? Oh, why is Mr. K doing like that? At the stair? I think Mr. K didn't see it because some paper packages was on her face, and there's no hole to say so. So is not. So it might be silly when you do like that. And at chapter 14, we'll be see tomorrow and then chapter 15, okay? And now we will have to do reading about it. Marvin Redpost kidnapped at birth. And chapter 2, you can do anything. Marvin had two best friends, Snort a Brad and Nick Tuffle, and after school they went to Snort house. "But you don't go outside," said Nick. Nick was brave. She once rode his bike full speed down Circle Rod Hill, but he was afraid of Fluffy, Snort's little white dog. Marvin patted Fluffy. "Careful, he was going to bite you," said Nick. Fluffy groaned at Nick. "Oh, why?" Nick was just say like that. "Oh, I think it's not." Fluffy didn't want to bite Marvin, but Nick say like that, so Marvin might be think like that. So Fluffy was growled at Nick. "I think so, but it's not real, and he had a good dog," said Marvin. Fluffy licked Marvin's fingers. Snort put Fluffy outside. "And where do you get that stupid dog?" asked Nick. "Fluffy's not stupid," said Snort. "He's too," said Nick. "He looks like a rat." Then ran to the cotton candy and machine. "And we got him at a pound," said Snort. "I picked him outside myself." "Well, you picked the wrong dog," said Nick. "I didn't not. Did too." And Marvin was afraid that he'd get to the flood. And Snort and Nick was always getting into floods. "And I think it's my parents picked the wrong baby." "Huh?" said Nick. "What?" said Snort. "It's a hospital," said Marvin. "They took a wrong baby home, and there's not really my parents, and they've been thinking about this all day. And it's didn't really believe it, but it just wanted to keep its best friend from fighting. I was kidnapped the day I was born, said Marvin. You're a prince robot, exclaimed Snort, and Snort was smart. He was sometimes amazed, Marvin, how quickly he caught on the things. Say what, said Nick. And Marvin's parents are really king and queen of the shampoo. And Snort exclaimed, wait a second, said Nick. Doctor and Mr. and Mrs. Redpost? No way. No, said Snort. Don't you remember what we read in current events? The prince was kidnapped at birth. So, said Nick. So, Marvin was really Prince Robot, said Snort. Say what, said Nick. I have a red hair and blue eyes, said Marvin. Everyone else in my family was brown hair and brown eyes, and I'm love handle. What that means, I have a royal blood. Wait a second, said Nick. If your parents are king and queen of the shampoo, then how did you end up the hospital there? And Marvin died a moment, and he had a finger that put out. Single, said Snort. The kidnappers had to hide the baby somewhere, right? What's better place to hide a baby when there are a bunch of another babies in the hospital? That's right, said Marvin. Or, said Snort, maybe your parents didn't get your hospital. Maybe you're alone, and they just haven't told you. I bet you that's it, said Nick. The kidnappers left you in a garbage bin, and then a policeman found you and took an orphanage, and then Mr. and Mrs. Redpost secluded you. And, or else, Snort whispered, and Dr. Mr. and Mrs. Redpost might be a kidnappers. Will you get to live in the castle? Said Nick. And you have 100 servants. You never had to make your bed again. And Marvin struggled. You have so much. You will have so much money, said Nick. You could buy anything you want. Oh yeah, when your mommy and daddy were kidnappers. And you walk into a store and you see something you want, you just buy it. And you could buy a car. And Marvin laughed. And you could buy a house when you have lots of money. I'm too young to drive, he said. Duh, said Nick. There's no one going to give a prince a ticket. And you can't do anything, Jordan. I wish I had a red car and a blue eyes. And you are so lucky, Marvin man. Some people have all the luck. I'm not lucky, Marvin reminded him. I was unlucky to be kidnapped. We'll just have to figure it out. Then, oh, wait, tell the king, said Snort. And you can't let your parents know. And if they're kidnappers, they will kill you for sure. Oh. Wait. Oh, I think kidnappers is good, but I read that, and kidnappers is not good. Kidnappers was kill people and not give money to them. So Marvin, Mr. and Mrs. Redpost might when Mr. and Mrs. Redpost was kidnappers, they might be kill Marvin. Oh no. So it might be a very scary story for now. And in chapter 3, Marvin sees the king. Oh, very glad to see the king. And that's where we started for chapter 3 and then chapter 4. Okay? And now did you have fun? Your English country come back with these big and these start to read, okay? And so some new characters and new stories to read. We'll be see tomorrow, okay? And now, thank you for listening every day. And please don't say my YouTube. And thank you for thumbs up my YouTube. And now, bye bye, friend. Have a nice day.